Chungcheongbuk-do launched a large-scale joint campaign to raise social awareness about the protection of human rights for people with disabilities and the prevention of abuse. Ahead of Disability Abuse Prevention Day, on June 22. On the 19th, Chungbuk Province announced that it held a joint campaign for the prevention of disability abuse at the Chungbuk Provincial Office in Chungcheongbuk-do in Chungju. This event was organized to commemorate the Disability Abuse Prevention Day, which was designated as a legal Memorial Day for the first time this year, and to spread a culture of respect and consideration for people with disabilities throughout the community. This campaign was hosted by Chungcheongbuk-do and co-organized by the Chungbuk Disability Rights Advocacy Agency and the Chungbuk Northern Disability Rights Advocacy Agency. Various organizations and groups participated in the event, including the Chungbuk Social Service Center, Chungbuk Police Agency, Chungju Police Station, Chungbuk Comprehensive Welfare Center for the Disabled, Chungbuk People First Center, Chungbuk Disability Family Support Center, and the Chungbuk Federation of Independent Living Centers for the Disabled. About 60 participants, including people with disabilities and staff from related organizations, gathered to unite their efforts to eradicate abuse against people with disabilities and promote human rights. The event started as a promotional activity for the prevention of abuse against people with disabilities, held at the Chungbuk Provincial Office Square. Participants raised banners and placards with the slogan, "Stop the abuse, protect the rights," to raise awareness about the importance of preventing abuse against people with disabilities. They also work to inform citizens about the various types of abuse against people with disabilities and how to report them, fostering a consensus on the protection of human rights. On this day, the participants declared the Chungbuk Joint Declaration for the Eradication of Abuse Against People with Disabilities, expressing their commitment to prioritize the rights and dignity of people with disabilities and to eradicate all forms of abuse against them. The joint declaration includes the respect for the human rights of people with disabilities and the guarantee of their rights, the eradication of physical, emotional, sexual, and economic abuse and neglect, the expansion of community interest for abuse prevention and early detection, the activation of a reporting culture, and the strengthening of public-private cooperation for the protection and advocacy of victims with disabilities. Through the declaration, the participants emphasized that the abuse of people with disabilities is not just an issue for individuals or specific families, but a human rights issue that the entire community must address together. They also pledged to continue their ongoing attention and efforts to ensure that people with disabilities can live in a safe and respectful environment. After the declaration ceremony, the participants held a street march from the Chungbuk Provincial Office to Chungcheongbuk-do, the representative bustling street of Chungju. The street march was organized to raise awareness among citizens about the seriousness of abuse against people with disabilities and to convey the importance of prevention. Participants in the march communicated with citizens using placards and promotional materials that contained messages about preventing abuse against people with disabilities, and actively promoted the abuse reporting hotline 1644 to 8295. Citizens showed interest in the promotional activities, listening to explanations about the types of abuse against people with disabilities and the reporting procedures, and expressed high interest by receiving related materials. Abuse of people with disabilities can manifest in various forms, including physical violence, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, economic exploitation, and neglect. However, many cases of abuse go unreported or do not come to light, making it difficult to address the problem. As a result, there is an increasing call for the importance of creating a culture that encourages early detection of abuse against people with disabilities and active reporting. In the Chungcheongbuk area, a promotional booth was also operated where citizens could participate directly. At the booth, programs such as an OX quiz on preventing abuse of people with disabilities and a human rights message writing program were conducted, allowing citizens to reflect on the rights of people with disabilities through various experiences. The Ox quiz was designed to help participants easily understand the concepts and cases of abuse against people with disabilities, as well as the reporting procedures, and it received positive responses from the participants. In addition, the Human Rights Message Writing Program allowed citizens to write supportive phrases that reflect respect and consideration for people with disabilities, reinforcing the value of human rights. One citizen who participated in the event said, "I learned that abuse against people with disabilities can occur in more diverse forms than I thought." And added, "I felt that it is crucial to pay attention and keep an eye on what is happening around us." Chungbuk Province plans to continue various educational and promotional activities to protect the human rights of people with disabilities. In particular, we plan to strengthen the public-private cooperation system for the prevention of abuse against people with disabilities, and to establish a more comprehensive reporting and victim support system. Chungbuk Province's Director of the Welfare Department for People with Disabilities, Woo Young-mi, stated, "Abuse against people with disabilities is not just an individual issue, but an important human rights issue that our society must solve together." She added, "I hope this campaign will spread a culture of respect and consideration for people with disabilities, and increase public interest and participation in the prevention of abuse against them." Meanwhile, the Day for the Prevention of Abuse Against People with Disabilities, designated as a legal commemorative day for the first time this year, was established to raise national awareness of the issue of abuse against people with disabilities and to protect their human rights and promote their interests. Chungbuk Province plans to continue various efforts to create a community where people with disabilities can live safely without discrimination and abuse, using this joint campaign as an opportunity